Howdy y'all. In this video, I begin my journey as the first farmer in my family, and there's a twist. I took out a $500,000 farm loan that I got paid back in 2 years. Will I make it big, or will I go broke? Watch to find out, folks. Howdy y'all, welcome back, and right now we are in the middle of preparing things by cultivating this field. Oh, gotta back her up. I want to try to get everything. This is just so we can have the cultivation requirement for the fields. Without it, we don't get a proper government bonus. Anywho, we got this one and our new one up top. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. We got 185,000. I might end up making or getting another cornfield down south here. The back southeast corner, there's one in particular I've been keeping my eye on. Oh, and while I do this, I got Kevin out with the new planter. He's going to be doing planting with the 8530. You should be able to get the corn somewhat done, and we're not going to run, well, we'll have to run lime on this field, but as for the other fields, heck, might as well just run lime. Luckily, we got everything we need. I sold all of our spreaders except for our new one and our sprayer. We got 65 grand for the sprayer, and we got 22 grand for each of the Kubota spreaders. I think it was only 8 grand for the new spreader we had. So we didn't exactly keep rentals all that long. We kept them for, what, a year? Yeah, they kind of ran out of style because everyone seen how cheap the one I bought was. Yeah, I had to open my big mouth. So then they end up getting their own for cheaper than renting. Oh well. I could have kept the sprayer and just done spraying that way, because the sprayers are too expensive for them. But I'm not too big into spraying all that much. We already got a lot of ground ourselves to spray. So after we're done cultivating this field, before I get started on cultivating the big field up north that we just bought last episode, I'm probably going to go ahead and take care of our new one. I had Adam handle negotiations with Leo. He's in charge of every grass field around. Eventually, the plan is to purchase the eastern grass plot. It's split up into 3 different fields. And by that I'm talking about the one closest to his farm. Well, it's not closest to his farm, but he has a group of a bunch of different fields. The plot that is closest to our side, I think he wants 3 or somewhere between 3 and 400,000. I could swing that given a couple months, and then we can get started on alfalfa after I till it up and sow in some alfalfa seed. And I think to help us out, I'm going to get some kind of drill, and then we will take care of, what would it be? we'll take care of the well, with a drill we could plant and sow, so we'd have more tractors going at once for soybeans, because we can do it in the planter and a seeder. I'm just trying to think of everything I could possibly do. Alfalfa, I think, takes 3 months to grow up to a good size, a harvestable size. Do that. I could probably do that April, July, and October. Given we're going to have a lot to do in October, because that's also whenever soybeans are always ready, and that's also whenever corn is ready. So yeah, that might be a little bit of a problem doing that. Other than that, we might just have to hire someone to do it for us, or we could just end up doing it lazily, putting it in having a chopper go through it, cut it up, throw it in a chopper wagon or whatever we use behind it, and then put it in some kind of grass dryer. I believe they do that around here. I'll have to look into it, but I prefer to do it the old-fashioned way. Cut it, tet it, rake it, bale it. Oh. I never thought I would merge one of our original fields into another before. I'm hoping this actually turns out good. So this is going to be our plan for right now. We're going to be squaring this field out. I got this patch of trees completely removed already, and we're just going to work on this corner before I go back there and clear out all those trees and brush. Then we'll see how things go. Well, now that everything's all said and done with the expansion, I'm going to bring the cultivator in here to till up all this grassland. I already got the planter over here, so I'm going to bring it back. Oh, actually, Kevin could drive back. He's at the house. And I reckon I'll just have Adam ride with Kevin, and he could bring the skid steer back. Oh, we're getting there. He's already back on the planter, just sitting and ready. He was gonna wait and do the last field up until we got done here, so kind of thankful for that, I guess. I'm itching to see how this does and how it is on nitrogen and what do you call it? Oh crap, what am I doing? I forgot the soil samples. There we go. Almost $8,000 worth of soil samples. Oh. I was going to merge those two cornfields over there, and I just plumb forgot about it up until right now. Wonder if I still can. Then I gotta wait for... We'll just do it next year if we really wanna. But I don't really see a need. They're both decent sized fields on their own. Again, like I always say, slow and steady wins the race. This is gonna be one of our biggest bean fields. I'm debating about doing soybean straw. I'm thinking about it. If I do, I'm going to get another baler. I'm going to have 2 separate balers, a square baler for the hay, and probably the same John Deere baler we had for the soybean straw. The John Deere round baler, not the John Deere square baler. I might get a crone. I don't know yet. I'll look into it on what I want for the alfalfa, because that's what we're eventually going to get into, is alfalfa. So I got the randomest call from Zoe, and I say it's random because she asked me about the house I bought over here. Apparently she's looking for a new place. That rundown trailer that she has on the property that we bought from her is falling apart. She wants to keep it there, just fix it up over time. I told her, okay, I'll just charge you a little bit of rent. She's fine with that. She's just gonna rent from me. So she's gonna be paying rent for that house and paying, I guess you'd call it a lease for the car wash as well. Dang. Come to think of it, we're gonna have a hefty amount. And if I get any townhouses, woof, that's gonna be something. I would make a killing off of rent money, but we're farmers. We're not landlords, and I don't fix on trying to be a landlord. This just so happens to be situation, and I got the solution for the situation. The soybean straw swath that is over there, it is all somewhat dispersed, so we're going to be able to just plant over it. I got row cleaners on that planter we got, so that one's definitely going to be the one taking on those 2 big fields over by the tracks. Come to think of it, I think it was a horrible idea. 4 months in, and we take out $1 million loan, as well as spend probably $700,000-800,000 before that. So we spent almost $2 million this month, or this year already. I guess that means all I have to do now is save, and no spend. So I am going to miss some here on this pass, but that's what I'm going to come around on the last pass and get afterwards. Just the straggly little bits. So far, according to our governmental bonuses, we are scoring a 91% all around. And that's right now, before we put in that we've done all this stuff to these fields. And we haven't even taken care of the pH on any of them yet. This field will need it. The new field will need it. The bean field will need it. Or what was the bean field? The bean field that we bought in October last year, that will need it, is what I'm trying to say. And dang, I think we might as well just hop to it after this, because we will end up needing to. While I'm at it,
Although I have to plant beans in here first before I do that. Yeah. So beans need to be planted in here. This will be next month along with the rest of them. Actually, I don't have any other new bean fields, so I don't have to lime them. I'm just going to lime every single one next year. But only lime the ones that we just bought and haven't limed yet. I know I got something big and bulky for it, but I do kind of need to save on costs, and buying a ton of lime, or hundreds of tons of lime, ain't gonna save me any money. Alright, here we go. I'm all folding up, and I don't see anything that I missed. I just got all the edges. Next year, we are going to plow, then cultivate, so I'm going to need to pick up hopefully another plow, another flexicoil, which means 2 more tractors are also needed. Unless I plan on doing it all with 1 tractor each, which I don't exactly want to, but if it's not in the budget, it's not in the budget. I'm not wanting to take out a loan unless I absolutely have to next year. And I'm not going to have to. It is due in March. We got exactly 1 year to pay off this $1 million, only because of how much I own. I put up most of the farm, which they said they'll gladly take the whole farm. Yeah, it's slowly dispersing, so I think it should be easily gone by next month, or so that's the hope anyway. Oh. Dang, he's finished with the big field too? Oof. He sure works fast. I gotta ask him how many times he had to refill. I'm sure it was a lot. I just realized he used all the seed and liquid fertilizer that was here. Huh. Son of a gun. He probably used it on this big field and then these 2 smaller ones, just as an easy way not to have to go back to the farm in order to refill on corn seed or liquid fertilizer. Well, the tires finally came in. Tire truck came, and with the tire truck's help, managed to swap tires. He took the old skinny ones, because honestly I didn't like them with, or like this thing with its really skinny ones. Skinny ones only suit this sprayer. This one needs big, wide, fat ones for supporting all that weight from the fertilizer or lime. Oh, it's nice. I got pretty much everything put away except for the lime truck and the 8530 and planter, because we're going to be using the 8530 and planter next month, and we're going to be using lime stuff right now as well as next month. So let's go ahead, kick on my monitor, and let's see what kind of business we can get up to. So y'all won't believe this. Our lovely new auger truck absolutely sucks for this spreader, which this spreader alone doesn't do the biggest width, So yeah, this might actually be a mistake having a spreader, self-propelled spreader. Sure, it goes faster, but the work width is not all it's cracked up to be. Plus, that thing don't actually want to reach, and that's my issue. So I'm having to get it from our little bin instead. And believe it or not, that little bin actually holds just a little bit more than that trailer or that auger. Hold it, what? Didn't I turn it on? What's going on here? Alright. That does it for that. Now, oof, time for some up downs. We got 180,000 for the self-propelled portion and 36,000 for the dry box. I made sure it was all cleaned out first. I still need to finish spreading lime, but I'm going to be getting one of our spreaders back. Hopefully I can get a discount. Yeah, you see that? That's how it's done. Perfectly full. Didn't even spill a drop. Or grain? What would you exactly grade this by? A single pebble? Considering it's limestone? Well, it's lime, but it's made from limestone, ain't it? Who knows? I ain't a rock expert, and I sure as heck ain't a lime expert. I just know it makes my pH go up. And my pH needs to be perfect for my crops to be perfect. Now sure, this thing only goes 11 miles an hour instead of 25. But it's got 42-meter working width. And, oh, what is it? I can't think of what I was going to say. Oh yeah, another downside is it holds a little over half as much. The other one held 19,000 something. This one only holds 10,000. Pop open the hood or cover and just watch. Oh, overshot it. Kick it on. Come on, buddy, kick it on. There we go. Close the cover and get started again. Well, that kind of took forever. At least she's all finished. On to the final cornfield. But however, me and spare money don't mix. So there's something I gotta do with it. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, you're about to know. So with that field finally out of the way, I think it's pretty much time we get on to the new surprise for the episode. And one to hopefully wrap things up. Some of you are going to hate me. Some of you are going to die laughing. Because you're going to be like, oh, there he goes again. So, if it ain't clear, we just bought this field from Sam. He's been itching to sell me this field ever since I bought these two originals as my first additions to the farm. And for 62,000. Haven't gotten the soil samples done yet for obvious reasons. I want to clear the brush, trees and everything, and then we will take care of plowing, and then soil samples before we do cultivation. Or we might just save cultivation for next month. We will see. Alright, on top of the initial purchase of the land, spent $800 on this bridge, and I have another one over here. Alright, this is farther than I thought it was. This one was $1,200, so we're $2,000 in on just bridges. We haven't even spent any fuel other than clearing the trees and brush. Other than that, we also have to do plowing, cultivating, and then planting. Along with lime, actually. So let's go ahead and get this thing unstrapped and unloaded. Well, y'all, I think I'll leave it here, and we're pretty much all set. I will begin here next episode, make this into a little bit of a two-parter, and I'll see all of y'all around, folks.